good, BFM? This is Big Tone coming at you from Big Tone Productions, Beats and Feasts. You know what time it is. It's time for another cooking video. Today we're going to do something that's very, very dear to my heart because it comes from a place where I lived for quite a few years in Bangkok, Thailand. And I used to eat this dish almost every single day. We used to stay in a guest house, and in the bottom floor there was a restaurant, and this old lady named, we used to call her Big Mama, used to make Gai Krapow or holy basil chicken for us every day. So that's what we're making today. It's called Gai Krapow or holy basil chicken. It's basically just chicken with basil. It's got a little spice to it. And if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video, guys. And let's get started with some holy basil chicken or Gai Krapow. Guys, so like always, I'm going to start with my supporting cast here. This is a very simple recipe, but it's so complex in flavors. So to get started, we got our chicken here. Now I've gone to the effort of dicing this chicken up. You can get the ground chicken. Anyway, we'll talk about that when the video goes along. Anyway, I got my chicken here. There's 3 chicken thighs and 2 chicken breasts. I got about a teaspoon and a half of brown sugar and about a half a teaspoon of white sugar. And then in here we got some dark soy sauce. And then we got some fish sauce, oyster sauce there, and a little bit of chicken broth. Now here's the stars of the show. You got to get the Thai chilies. Now you can go with Serrano chilies if you want, but these Thai chilies, they really pack a punch. So I'm only using 3 or 4 of them. Then I also included some Serrano chilies. So the main star of this show is the holy basil or Thai basil. It's kind of hard to get. So you got to look at your international grocery stores. You might be able to find it in some normal grocery stores, but it's kind of hard to get. You can use regular basil, it just doesn't quite have the same flavor, but I've done it with regular basil. And if you get Thai basil, the way you can tell, other than it saying Thai basil, the stalks or the stems of it are purple. And then the leaves are usually about that size. You might find a little bigger one, but the stalks are purple. That's what it looks like when you get it in the store, and you just pick off the leaves. So, but that is the star of the deal of the show. So you got to have the holy basil, or the Thai basil, I should say. But anyway, that's the ingredients, guys. So let's get started putting this together. So I've got 3 boneless chicken thighs here, and I'm also going to add 2 boneless chicken breasts to this. So you could actually go to the store and have them grind up some chicken, or you can buy the grounded chicken. But I think it turns out a little bit better if you go ahead and chop it up yourself into small cubes. I think the texture is a little bit better. So basically all I'm going to do is chop these chicken thighs and chicken breast up. Just use a sharp knife. But I get it to the point where it's like that, and then I just start chopping. Just like that. So I'll show you the rest of it once I get done with it, guys. I went ahead and chopped up all the chicken. I've got 3 chicken thighs and 2 large chicken breasts in there. There's a little bit of prep work that goes along with pretty much any Asian dish, because most Asian dishes are very quick cooking dishes. So you got to have all your ingredients prepared ahead of time. So the one thing I like to do is on my basil, you just go ahead and take the leaves off of it. This is a little bit more time consuming, and when I lived in Bangkok, they didn't really do this. They didn't take the leaves off of the stem. They took them off the stem, but they didn't do what I'm going to do next. They didn't cut them up. But this is what I like to do. So I like to get a little bit of them here, and I lay them out just like this. I get about 5 or 6 of them, maybe a few more if I can get them. Flatten them out, and then I roll them up. Just roll them up and take my knife, if you can see this. Just roll them up like a cigar. Take my knife and I just cut them into slivers using a sharp knife. You gotta have a sharp knife. So when I lived in Bangkok, they didn't do that. They didn't cut it up like that. They just took the whole leaf and put it in the wok, and it breaks down very, very nicely for them because they're using a super high heat wok. But I like to do this because it breaks down a little bit easier, a little easier to manage. But anyway, that's what you do with your Thai basil. Two of the ingredients that I forgot to tell you about, and it's my fault. You're supposed to use shallots, but I didn't have any shallots, so I'm using just white onion. And that's about a half a onion. Now I'm using some minced garlic because I didn't have just regular garlic cloves. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew all those ingredients before we move on. Next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna macerate the red chili peppers here, and the serranos and the garlic here. So I'm gonna take the red chili peppers here. I'm just gonna cut them up in just little chunks here, seeds and all. Be careful too, guys. These things, they pack a punch. So be careful. All right, so I'm using 3 of them. I can feel the heat from here. All right, so then I'm gonna use 1 serrano pepper with this. All right, so to this, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mortar and pestle here. And I'm going to put it in the mortar and pestle, both of them. And I am going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic to the mortar and pestle here. And we're going to basically just macerate these. We're just going to mash them up here. Yep, one's falling out. We're just going to get those juices and everything flowing out. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, all you have to do is just cut them up in small pieces so the juices and all the flavors get incorporated. We're going to start with my onions. Just going to put those in there. And you can see I got a pretty hot skillet here. So we're going to put our onions in. And then we're going to add our Thai chili peppers and serrano and our garlic. And we're going to get it all out of there. And we're going to sweat these down just a little bit. When the garlic starts to become a little bit brown, that's when we're going to go ahead and add our chicken in. Garlic burns pretty quickly, so you want to keep this moving. So let me go over here and grab my chicken. Alright, there goes my chicken. So we're going to let this brown up here. We're going to mix it up real good. You can see the chicken is cooked up nicely there. So we're going to add the rest of our ingredients here. So to the chicken, I'm going to add about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of oyster sauce. About a tablespoon and a half of oyster sauce. We're going to add a little taste of fish sauce, about a teaspoon and a half. There we go. We're going to add our soy sauce here. It's about a tablespoon and a half. And we're going to add our brown and white sugar. And we're going to mix that up in here real good. Ah, yeah, it's looking really, really nice. So we're going to mix that in real good there. I'm going to add just a little dab of chicken broth to this. Probably about a tablespoon of chicken broth. And we're going to let that saute. I'm going to turn down my heat. It's been marinating here for about 4 or 5 minutes. And so now we're going to add the star of the dish, or our holy basil, or our Thai basil. Alright, looks like a lot, but believe me, it's going to cook down. So we're going to mix this up in here as best we can without getting it all over the place. We're going to let this cook down. Probably going to take 4 or 5 minutes. And we will have some Gai Krapow, our holy basil chicken. Woo! Here's the basil chicken after the holy basil's cooked down. So you can see it looks great. I mean, woo, it looks great. It tastes even better. So I'm going to wait for my rice to get done, and then I'm going to go ahead and display this for you. Got a little bit of jasmine rice, and I'll go ahead and display it for you guys. And there you have it, guys. There you have it. Holy basil chicken, Gai Krapow, whatever you want to call it. This is delicious, guys. It's absolutely delicious. I went to the liberty of putting a fried egg on top. You know, in Thailand, it's always served with a fried egg on top. So I went ahead and did that. Holy basil chicken, Gai Krapow in Thailand. Hey, this is absolutely out of this world. I'm gonna take a bite. You know me. Get a little bit of rice in there. Ooh, jasmine rice is the way to go. I feel like I'm right back in Thailand. Hey guys, you gotta try this. This is awesome. It's very quick, very easy. Another perfection on the plate, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Make sure you share the video with everybody. And hey, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.